Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we will unbox this 51 Risk RX 5500 XT. So I bought this for 7,500 pesos, which for me is cheap. Like MLLSE, this came very protected with a thick bubble wrap. And like MLLSE again, the box is basic without much information. And not just that, the design is pretty much the same. So here's the MLLSE for reference. Sorry, it doesn't fit the camera. Behind the boxes, you can pretty much spot the difference. But basically, they live in the same building, but it's just that they're on different floors. Of course, the logos are different, and MLSE has a QR code and website information. I visited the website, and my complaint is that even though I selected the English language, some of the texts remain Chinese. Opening the box. Upon opening, it is padded by a thick foam around 1 inch, and there are small foams. This is very similar to MLSE. Here's the GPU itself. Do note that there's no warranty information. So obviously the GPU has 2 fans. There is no fan stop feature even though the software is reporting 0 RPM. As per the website, this should be 215mm in length and 127mm in height. It has exactly 2 slots. And as for the output ports, it has 3 display ports and 1 HDMI. It has a backplate, but it seems that there are no thermal pads. We'll verify later. And it also has this lightning logo. Based on the comments in my MLLSE video, this is from Paladin, and this PL is also assigned from Paladin. It requires a single 8-pin power connector, and 51 Risk stated that it has 130 watts TDP. Okay, so let's tear this down to check if this looks brand new or refurbished. So looking at the graphics card, it has 6 screws. So yeah, it should be easy. So again, it's best if you have a diagram while doing a teardown, but since it's just 6 screws, it should be easy. I'll just place it here on top. There's a fan connector here. Be careful with that. So it should be easy to open. Give it a wiggle. There you go. Okay. As for the fan, if you have a pair of tweezers, it's best to use it. Okay. There are a lot of scratches. So for sure, there's thermal pads for the VRAM. There are thermal pads for these guys as well. Thermal pads are very thick, probably around 1.5 mm. I'm not sure if the inductor should be this tall. It's my first time seeing an inductor like this, but I'll check the internet and give a feedback if it's normal or not. Seems like it's layered. Let's clean the thermal paste. So again, if you're going to clean up a thermal paste, use 99% isopropyl alcohol and a cotton or Q-tips. Just slightly clean it up. So it's not as thick as the one that I got from MLLSE. Okay, looks clean enough. And based on this, it looks new. As for the memory, it's from Micron. But yeah, it's from Micron. I believe you can see it now. Since I cleaned it up, it's much clearer. So the only sketchy thing for me is this one. As for the back plate, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of screws. Okay, back plate, as expected, there are no thermal pads, which is sad. But this is plastic, so it won't help in conducting heat anyway. This is for just aesthetics and rigidity and not for heat dissipation. Okay, putting this back. Looks tight enough. As for this is very similar to MLLSE. I have 4 screws here, which holds the fan shroud. Okay. It should be easy as removing this. Okay, so I have this fan similar to MLLSE where they are using some sort of fan clips. For MLSE, I haven't tried removing it, so this time around I want to remove it. But I need some kind of tweezers. See if I can... No, I can't. So this is a long nose. See if I can pinch. Okay, I can pinch it, but I still can't remove it. Yeah, I can't remove it. I might also break their mechanism to secure it. You know what? I think you should just buy the whole shroud from 51 Risk if the fans are broken. It is very tough to remove, but that's a bummer since I want to have a maintainable fan. Anyway, that's for the teardown. As for the temperature while benchmarking FF15 for 30 minutes, it averaged at 70.92 degrees Celsius with a max temp of 74 degrees Celsius. As for the hotspot temps, it averaged at 88.53 degrees Celsius with a max temp of 94 degrees Celsius. As for the benchmarks, I lined it up against its peers as usual. Okay, so overall, RX 5500 XT sits between RX 590 GME and RX 6500 XT Gen 4. RX 6500 XT Gen 3 is weaker by around 10%, which makes it difficult to recommend for 2-year-old systems. If you are considering RX 590 GME, I would recommend this instead. But if you are considering RX 6500 XT, then it would be a bit more complicated. This wins if you have a PCIe Gen 3 and you don't mind the basically out-of-reach warranty. If you are considering GT 1030, then this is a big upgrade with risk caveat. If 7,000 pesos is easy to come by for you and you don't mind playing 1080p low to medium settings, then this GPU is worth looking at. Finally, if you're into tuning the fan curve of GPUs, be careful with that. Again, it seems that the fan speeds are underreported, so you might step it up unnecessarily, which will cause a lot of wear to your fans. Okay, so that's it for this video. Do let me know in the comments below on what you think of this GPU. Thanks for watching. Do like or dislike and subscribe for more unboxing and benchmarks. Bye!